Learning a new language only to feel overwhelmed and give up halfway sounds like a problem you often face. It is not your fault. Most traditional methods make it much harder than it needs to be. You're also not alone in this. Many people, including me, lost motivation like that. But what if there was a simple, fun, and fast way to learn any language without feeling stressed or confused? The biggest mistake we make when learning a language is overthinking. We focus too much on grammar rules, spend hours memorizing boring rules, and in the end get stuck in our heads. This approach can be discouraging and slow our progress. Often many people are lacking a concrete goal to learn the language too, and this can hinder our progress. It is evident that higher motivation and engagement increase long-term language retention. So before learning, we have to ask ourselves why we are even doing this. The first step to learning any language fast is consistency. We don't have to study 4 hours a day. Just commit to a little bit of practice every single day. Apps like Duolingo make this easy by turning learning into a game. You'll earn streaks and XP, which make you see your progress on screen, make you come back to learning. Social comparison in the form of leaderboards drives us to do more than our competition, which can also be our friends. There are also various rewards, which trigger dopamine release in our brains, make the experience even more addictive. All these elements make us stay motivated without even realizing how much we're learning. The key here is to make language learning a habit that we actually enjoy. And as a bonus, we can do this almost everywhere, while waiting for the train, waiting in a restaurant, before going to bed, or even staying in line. You might ask yourself why I'm telling you about Duolingo, but the key for us is to get in touch with language every single day, and all these gamification elements in Duolingo make this so easy. Building new vocabulary is one of the fastest ways to become conversational in a new language. And that's where Anki comes in. It uses something called spaced repetition to help you remember words and phrases for the long term. The Ebbinghaus forgetting curve shows us that we forget 90% of new information in a week if they are not reviewed again. That's 9 out of 10 words, and that's a lot. The spaced repetition combats this. It is shown in studies that students who learn with Anki had a much better long-term retention. It is also highly time efficient because it shows you the cards you can do well much more often. Anki is also very personalizable. You can create your own decks or just choose a topic out of the hundreds decks created of the community. The goal here is for us to build a solid foundation of useful words and phrases, and ignoring useless words like, I don't know what an archaeologist means in Spanish. As an example, there are 93,000 words in Spanish. However, research suggests that only 2,000 words allow us to understand 80% of any given text. So, level up the smart way, not the hard way. Learning new words is great, but knowing how to pronounce them correctly is what truly helps you connect with others. Pronunciation isn't just about sounding good, it's about being understood clearly. One of the most effective ways to improve is by using apps like SpeechLink, where you can listen to native speakers, record your own voice, and receive personalized feedback. But don't stop there. YouTube is a goldmine for pronunciation tutorials that break down exactly how to position your lips, tongue, and even control your breath to mimic native speakers accurately. This technique, called shadowing, has been proven to boost fluency by helping your brain process the rhythm and melody of a language more naturally. The key here is repetition as always. The more you hear and mimic natural speech, the more you train both your ear and your mouth muscles. Over time, this builds muscle memory, making it easier to speak confidently and without hesitation, even in real conversations. If you want to sound like a native speaker, you need to go beyond textbooks and learn how people actually talk. Because people have their own slang and their own idioms, which I had to learn the hard way. Video games, movies, podcasts, and even news are great for picking up slang, casual phrases, and everyday conversations. However, be warned, we don't just watch for entertainment. We pay close attention to how words are used in context, which words we couldn't understand, and try repeating them ourselves. This will help us sound more fluent and natural. You can even start your own notebook and write down everything you can imagine using in a real-life conversation. And lastly, one of the biggest traps I fell into is obsessing with being perfect right from the start. I was telling myself that I can't start speaking yet because I cannot do this and that, and was too anxious to approach people. While grammar is important, Focusing on it too early can make you hesitant to speak. Instead, prioritize communication over perfection. The more you practice speaking, the more intuitive grammar will become. It is also perfectly okay to make a few mistakes. Nobody will take it the wrong way. It's quite the opposite. People are happy when you speak in their language. Especially in my experience, all the people appreciate the effort and are very happy to start a conversation with you. So just start speaking to people. As a summary, to learn any language fast, remember: stay consistent with fun tools like Duolingo, build your vocabulary with Anki, practice speaking daily with SpeechLink or YouTube videos, immerse yourself in real conversations, and don't let grammar hold you back. Just start speaking to people. If you found this video helpful, hit the like button or consider subscribing. If you have some recommendations for me or the community on language learning, please write them down in the comments. I'm still learning too. And always remember, the pain of change is always less than the pain of stagnation.